The vocoder was originally designed in the 1930s as a way to code speech for transmission. It was later repurposed by the music world and became a widely sought-after sound by bands like Kraftwerk, New Order, Daft Punk, Imogen Heap, and countless other acts over the following decades. Vocoders work by examining incoming signal, usually a vocal, which we'll refer to as the modulator. It measures how its spectral characteristics change over time. This results in a series of signals representing these frequencies that are split into separate bands. The more bands the modulator is split into, the more true to the original it will sound after being processed. The less bands, the more synthetic it will sound. It's like analog resolution. A vocoder also needs a carrier, which in most musical instances is a simple yet robust sound such as the sawtooth wave. When the vocoder combines the carrier and the modulator takes on the sonic characteristics of the carrier. The result is often described as a robotic voice. This is how most people use vocoders in a typical setting, but I'm going to show you a few other ways to get creative results using a bunch of different methods, in addition to the first way I just described. Let me start by showing you the built-in vocoder in Ableton, which, quite frankly, is the best software vocoder I've found so far. And trust me, I've tried a bunch. So firstly, let me play you the modulator. It's just my voice recorded through the laptop microphone.
This is a vocoder. This is also a vocoder. This is also a vocoder.
All right, so let's load up the Ableton vocoder. All right, so what you'll see here are the carrier options, and you can choose from noise, external, modulator, or pitch tracking. So what noise does is it uses Ableton's vocoder internal noise generators as a carrier source. With this selected, an XY display is shown, which allows you to adjust the character of the noise. Let me play that for you.
This is a vocoder. This is also a vocoder. This is also a vocoder.
The next option we have is external, and external allows you to select any available internal source from the menu, which shows up here. We don't have anything, but we'll get to that in a later chapter. This is the option you'll want for the classic robot voice. Now, the next option is modulator. Now, modulator uses itself as the carrier. This essentially outputs a resynthesized version of the modulator signal, but it allows you to use vocoder sound shaping controls to adjust the sound. The last one is pitch tracking. Pitch tracking enables a monophonic oscillator within Ableton, which tunes itself to the pitch of the modulator. The high and low sliders allow you to limit the frequency range that the oscillator will attempt to track. You can choose from sawtooth and 3 different pulse waveforms, or adjust the coarse tuning of the oscillator via the pitch slider. Now, pitch tracking is particularly effective with a monophonic modulator source, such as melodic instruments or voices. And there you go. Those are the basic functions of the Ableton vocoder. We'll get into some deeper sound design in the next few videos.